Hey everyone, it's me, Kim, with another video. If you can't tell or whatever in my voice, I've been sick and it's actually been more decent than the past week. But I wasn't gonna do a video, but I was like, you know what, screw it. I just gotta keep going, right? All right, so if you haven't already, if you could please look at my other videos, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, the topic today are gonna be numerous ones like I've been doing. Um, but they all relate to our everyday lives and just our addictions or our loneliness and just our stress and all that. Uh, a few years or so ago, I was homeless. And I did choose that because I was in a relationship and I'm the one that left without a backup plan. It was tough. My friends and family totally supported, and they were there where if I wanted to stay and stuff like that. And I did. I stayed over my brother's, and I stayed over a friend's house, and I actually slept in my car. And my things were scattered. I carried light. Uh, it was tough, but it was something I chose. It's not like I didn't have a job, so I worked and kind of juggled around wherever I was, depending what I needed to do. Like when I worked, which was most of the time, and I would stay at a friend's house. If I was if I was like taking my kids to school, I would stay at my brother's. Um, it was a interesting time to like really try to find myself. Um, being single and well, that was one of the toughest times as well because I didn't have my kids. They had to stay with their dad because I mean I didn't have a place for them, and they understood, which I'm grateful for. And you know, the thing about me is I'm very like dedicated to. I guess it just depends on what it is. I mean, for one, it's my kids. People like when I work, because I work late sometimes and I work like a crap ton of hours, and people are like, oh, you just go home and like take a nap and you could sleep in and stuff like that. You could come party because you don't have obligations when you get home, but I do. No matter what time or day it is, I it's not like I have to, but I want to take my kids to school. I get up at 5:30 in the morning every day, which is Monday through Friday, and I just have to. It doesn't matter, as bad as it sounds, much as I drank that night, or how much I didn't sleep, or whatever, and worked, or just how exhausted I get. It's my mind. It says like you're taking your kids to school because I feel like you have to have those moments with them, especially in my situation, and I don't have them with me all the time, and it's just every moment counts to me. And just when I'm sick, my ex is just like, because I'm really stubborn, and so he said just stay home, and he would take them to school and stuff like that. But it upsets me because I don't get to see him as often as I used to, where they used to be here with me every day, and just a little moment, like it could be 10 to 15 minutes, and it's just all what I feel is worth it. Now, there was a time back then when we had like a holiday party. It was like probably like a year ago. And I did drink after my shift, and then I went home because I was like so exhausted. And my coworker said, "You got to come back for the employee party." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to." I was like, "I'm so tired. I've worked and all day, and I got to take my kids. I got to go back to work." They're like, "Come on, come on!" And my phone was like blowing up that night. Like it was like around midnight, and so I like, okay, I feel really bad. So I did. I went back, and it was chaos at my job, and it was fun. But then I felt like more of a babysitter, and I was just more worried to make sure they were okay. And I try to make them food and stuff like that, and clean up the crazy ass mess that we had at work. And but what I'm getting at is no matter how much I do like away from my kids, you know, I was there till like 6 something in the morning, by the way. And after that, I said, you know what, guys, I gotta go. I said, I gotta go take my kids to school. And right after work, like I left there, I literally drove a good ways to go take my kids to school because that's how much I have to, like, I'm sorry, not have to, I want to be there for them. Um, it, I don't know, like things that you go through in your past and what you choose to do is, it really teaches you things, and it does to people maybe sound like um, sad, but I mean, in ways I feel I am sad and lonely, but I'm learning so much. And it gets really tough, like I said, during the holidays because of, my past and all that. And especially when you're just doing things all by yourself. I mean, I go to the grocery store or even like to just the like regular like store and stuff. I really don't like going to the mall for reasons. It's just you see everyone doing things that you used to do. I'm talking to people. Well, the audience I mean is talking to people that are lonely like me or by themselves and go out there and see like families go shopping and do things together and stuff like that and things that you used to do, and it's really depressing to see that and then I see myself just standing here alone. But anyway, see, I told you my things were totally random, but just to get you guys to see that, like my facade is like outside of home is like, I guess people say a badass because I'm so tough, but I'm pretty soft inside, like I'm really sensitive and I don't know. I think that's about it because I'm trying to cut this short because all my other ones were like super long. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed this and I'll make it a little better. I'm totally not focused right now because I've been really sick and not feeling too great. So, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Good night.